excited to meet our first guest. You know, she became a fashion icon as Carrie Bradshaw on the hit series Sex and the City, and now she's coming out with her own fabulous shoe line. Please welcome the one woman that I seem to spend every weekend with, the one and only Sarah Jessica Parker. Okay.
Let's get that out of the way.
I love all my guests, but I am seriously fanning out right now. Like, honestly.
Well, you are so nice to have me, and we're fans of yours in our home, and my daughters have been working on this.
How you doing?
It's so interesting to hear their interpretation of it. And two daughters, what is
No, I know Tabitha and Marion. I see them in the street all the time. I read the
Correct.
magazines. They're so cute.
I like them. I like them.
And it's always raining. Like 50% of the time when you have them out, it's raining. These girls are just the bee's knees.
No, they're very nice.
How's Jack Wilkie?
James
Wilkie.
I like Jack Wilkie. Wait a minute. Maybe that's preferred. James Wilkie is very well. He's a truly excellent brother. He's funny and he's amused by them and he's irritated by them.
Nice.
But he's a really nice person. He's a good, decent person.
And that, you know
and
what?
Which is basically all you really want.
The word decent is what I use constantly when I talk about my kid. Like, I just want him to be a decent man when he grows up. Just be decent.
And happy.
Yeah.
Decent and happy, although I guess if you had to pick one, I'd go with decent.
Decent.
Yeah. Perhaps decent people have a route to happiness.
Yes.
But maybe happy people don't have a route to being decent.
Decentness. You're right.
I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll find out.
So, all right, you mentioned the how you doing, and I don't even picture you having a TV, your family. I picture you reading all the time.
I read a lot. I mean, I read because I really enjoy it, and not because I still hear my mother's voice in my head saying never leave the house without a book.
Yes.
But I do read a lot. But I love TV. I genuinely...
Really?
Well, we weren't allowed to watch television growing up.
In Ohio?
In Ohio, and even when we moved to New York City, it was verboten. Like, it was, and...
Really?
So we actually would sneak and watch TV when my mother left. And because we didn't have babysitters, the siblings were all sort of in charge of one another, that we would do whatever, of course, we wanted in her absence. And she would come home, and we would be in bed, and she would put her hand...
On
this
the
is in
TV.
the old days, young ladies. Heat rose out of the set
yes.
with the
With the antennas.
And she would scream our names like, Pip and Toby, Rachel, Sarah.
Yeah.
And we would be like, you know, awoken from slumber, and she would say, like, you know, who was watching television? We were like, I would never, never. It's filled with junk and trash. And literally there would be flames shooting out of that
TV.
massive.
So.
And so now that I can run my own household, I enjoy it.
Watching TV.
And I don't even get to watch that much, but I really do.
Do you watch
enjoy
your own marathons?
I don't think I've ever seen Sex and the City except for maybe the one time it was on the air originally.
Well, let me tell you, it's just the best show
What's it
ever.
about?
It's the best show ever. And I showed everybody earlier. I have the yellow engagement shoes.
Yeah, that would be a nice color for you. Yellow on me. I am a version of yellow most of the year. I could never wear yellow. That's that beautiful canary yellow.
These purples are a nice color.
Oh my
on me
God,
too.
where'd you get those? Those are gorgeous.
These are the Carries. These are fabulous.
Aren't they nice?
Are these shoes from your line?
Yeah, this is the French Navy
Put 'em under
tanny.
here.
Oh, so
This
this
shoe
is the famous shoe cam. I don't feel like doing a good enough job.
And then this one is the Carry.
Wait, come on.
Oh, wait. Yes.
No, you need to show the grow grain.
Is that your signature?
That is my signature, okay? Because I feel like, are they looking as good on camera as they do in real life?
People will have to find out.
But so the grow grain, just to explain, to elaborate on our signature theme. But it's actually really real. So when I was a little girl, my mother, we had to wear braids every day, and we had to wear hair ribbons every. How did I get so far away from you?
I don't know.
Oh, I know what happened. The camera.
Oh.
Pulled me. It was like a magnet to a refrigerator. Anyway, we had no money, but we had a bureau filled with ribbons, which is sort of inexplicable. I can't quite put those two things
Ribbons
together.
make every girl look pretty.
Well, my mother thought so. So, and they were primarily grosgrain, which is, do you guys all know what grosgrain is, right? So it's, in my head, I have this sort of nostalgic, and it's just really beautiful. So when George and I were first in early design meetings, George, Malcolm is the third.
Hi, George.
Hello.
Yes.
I said, George, do you think maybe we could put grosgrain up the back seam? And when we don't have a seam, we have a little sweet tab. But the Carries have it, the Tanny. So this is the shoot, this is Tanny.
We're doing an actual demo, or we're showing a little bit later on in the show. Back to Sex and the City.
It's kind of like a pop-up shop.
Back to Sex and the City.
Yeah.
Did you get it to keep the clothes?
I've kept everything that wasn't, that didn't come directly from a designer or wasn't rented is in, yes, I have in an archive. I have literally everything.
Do you know that the Smithsonian wants your stuff to put you in there?
Really?
Yes.
Well, why do you know that and I don't?
Because they have my stuff. I was in,
Oh, really?
yeah, I'm in the Smithsonian.
What?
Yeah, I know. I gave them a wig and some
you
shoes.
did?
And, yes. And
Oh, how
I can
wonderful.
tell you what they want exactly of you.
Oh,
They want your engagement shoes.
Oh, the blue, you mean like yours?
Yes. Be
Well,
in the Smithsonian. We
all
can
they
be
have
neighbors.
to do is ask.
It's Smithsonian.
I'm not that hard to reach.
Look, can I just give you thimble ring?
Oh, sure.
This is look. Are
have
you
a
getting
thimble
that picture?
cam?
Yeah, we have a thimble cam.
Wait, I can
look,
do it
no,
down
there
here.
it is. There it is.
Oh.
Wait, go ahead, Rambo. Thimble cam.
So this was,
That's cool.
thank you. It was, so there's a great, some might say the greatest milliner in the world is a gentleman named Philip Treacy. He's actually Irish.
Yeah, I have
And
a
you-
couple of things from him.
Of course. Well, for those of you who don't have a couple of things of his,
Well, I have a handbag and a handbag and a few hats.
I'm just kidding.
No. No, go.
Because not everybody might be as informed as yourself.
Well, I watch Sex and the City, so I do know fashion.
I know.
You've taught us a lot.
I feel like you know more about all of it than I do. But anyway, he was working on a piece. He was very kind to do something for me. And he had this on his finger. And I said, wow, what wonderful. Because I've always thought of thimbles as being complete, right?
Yes.
And he took it off his finger and he gave it to me. And I always wear it. And plus which I can get a little stitching done backstage.
Of course.
Wherever I am.
Now, look, I keep saying that we have to go into a break. Doug, what are we
Really?
doing?
Why?
Okay, we do have to go into a break.
All right.
But no, there's more with Sarah Jessica Parker. I want to talk to you about the third Sex and the City movie.
Yes, we just finished shooting
No. More next. She loves our glasses. Love.
Oh, they're divine.
Okay, in studying being SJP, what I noticed is that you're always in the streets of New York, always walking around just like a regular Jane, which
How
I
else
love.
am I going to get from A to B?
Car service, security guards,
No.
all that.
No.
And you always look fairly pleasant with the paparazzi.
Fairly pleasant.
No, I never see you grimace.
Well,
You know?
there are occasions where it gets slightly passively hostile. Rarely, but I regret it every time, actually. Because
Yeah.
it's just pointless to feel that way about that
Why
circumstance.
are you so nice to them and other people spaz out?
I don't want to suggest that I'm nice to them. I think what I would characterize it as I am tolerant. There are so many worse things that a person could be burdened with. I want my children to enjoy their time on the streets of New York. I don't want them to leave the house and think of that joyful walk. You know
Yes,
what it is.
yes.
Children are so pleasant in the morning.
Yes.
That is a really important time for them to talk and share stuff.
And so when you're walking them to school, you don't
Yeah,
want to
I
be
don't
cursing
want
out
to
the
change
paparazzi.
that experience for them. And typically, the paparazzi aren't verbally aggressive. And so, you
If
know.
you just stand and take the damn picture, Baldwin, then they'll leave you alone. I remember when Sarah Jessica and Matthew, her husband, gave birth to James Wilkie. I thought it was so smart.
I gave birth to James Wilkie. Matthew was very kindly at my side. when he didn't have a show. Because he was doing the producers at the time.
Was he?
Yeah,
How old is James Wilkie now?
He's 11.
Oh my God, time flies.
11.
But you staged the photo op outside the hospital so that...
Yeah, I mean, I think what we decided to do, and all credit to Matthew. So this was, I mean, you guys remember, this was a different time, you know, culturally, but there was still like people, the photographers had moved in next door and we were being followed, and Matthew thought, why don't we just come out of the hospital, stand there for a moment with James Wilkie, and then go on our way, and not put a price tag, and not sell it to this person. And that was just our choice, and not any other choice anyone else makes, perfectly fine and good for their family. But it was really nice, and it was dead quiet. And I'll always remember because Matthew came out, and I was so nervous holding him. I didn't want to drop him. You can see he scratched himself like babies often do. James Wilkie, not Matthew. And then Matthew went like this to the photographers, and it was completely quiet. Oh, there he is.
So that's how you deal with it.
And you just heard the
along.
sound of the shutters, and it was really a wonderful day and perfectly fine.
Okay. So
bad.
before we get to the Sex and the City movie,
yes,
I have to tell you that I know nobody who enjoys grocery shopping more than me, but they say it's you.
I mean, we should probably try to find a way to compare, but I love
it.
I love going to the grocery store, and I told Liza Persky, my dear friend, who's your wonderful producer. You call her Persky, right?
Yeah, I call her Persky.
She's just a magnificent person. But I said, I always am humming in a grocery store.
It's a happy place to be.
I love a grocery store, and I hear you love a butcher. I love a butcher.
I love a butcher.
Harder and harder to find a butcher.
It is, and also I love the sense of community. You get so busy living your life that when you get to the grocery store and you, yes, I love it.
It's so great. I love a shopping cart.
The
I love
smell of
seeing the
everything.
people, the choices.
The choices are
And
endless.
I don't know if did you grow up
Humble
with money?
beginnings. No, I didn't grow up with money.
I think that's a lot to do with it, is having choices.
Yes. Yes.
Because when my mom would come home from the grocery store, there was a limited amount of things she could buy, and we had nothing to do with what she purchased.
Right.
It was what we needed.
Yes.
Not what we wanted.
We do have that in common. Okay, we've got to get to this Sex and the City movie.
All right.
Is there going to be a third Sex and the City movie?
So I've decided to give every person that asks that a different answer. So what I'm going to tell you and your audience is that we just wrapped shooting 2 days ago, and it will be, oh, don't believe me. No, and it should be ready by June of 2019. No, I'm kidding. There's
more to the story, though.
Is there?
And if you do a movie, you know what I want? I want for Big and Carrie to finally get married, and I want you to have kids. There's one thing about Carrie...
Did we not get married?
That always makes
Wait, are we not married? Are we
no?
not married?
Are they married?
Wendy.
Well, I'm sorry, I forgot.
Rewind.
I forgot.
But that's okay.
Listen,
maybe it didn't feel like a real marriage in some way to you.
No, you got shoes, not a ring.
Did I not get a ring? I thought I got a black diamond.
Wait, hold on, we're gonna go to who are you more?
Wendy.
You got a black diamond?
I don't even remember lines and episodes, and yet, no, I got a black diamond. Am I crazy?
All I remember were the shoes.
Okay, yeah. No, I got the shoes. Wait, I don't know the chronological order of it. I don't remember.
Oh, married in movie.
To be continued, there is no movie. There's not ever really been a real discussion of a movie. However, if there were to be one day, sooner than later, because anyway.
Look, they're turning the music up, putting it down. All right, look.
If there were to be one, I know what the story is, but I can't know for sure that it will ever happen.
Damn. Well, we always have our marathons. Up next, everybody, we're going to take a look at Sarah Jessica's new fabulous shoe line.